Oh, how the turntables have tabled. You never want to put the carriage before the horse. It's horse and carriage. Hit song by Cameron. You don't want to jump the gun. I get it. People like to be first with things, but you got to sit back a little bit. You got to read the room. You got to wait for things to be announced before you make a fool out of yourself, because we all know that there's a Nintendo Direct happening next week. Nate the Hate confirms it for the most part, and what he says tends to be factual information. And of course, with that, people just ran with this imagination of all these games, and this is going to be there, and that's going to be there. But I didn't. I like to wait. I like to make sure of things, because didn't I say in my recent video about this Direct, wouldn't it be funny if this is a partner showcase? Well, I guess it's time to start laughing, people, because now Nate the Hate is saying that this is going to be a partner showcase taking place next week. Thus, a lot of people have egg on their face. Now, obviously, for some people, this is bad news. This is concerning. This is this, that, or the other. But I actually view this kind of from two different standpoints. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm kind of excited for a partner showcase. And I want to talk about why. I want to talk first off about where the concern comes from, some of the things that we can learn from this being a partner showcase, and then talk about why I am excited for this. So in case you are unfamiliar with what a partner showcase is, that means you are getting third-party games. Now, you could put a little bit of an asterisk next to it, because, I mean, we did have, like, Cadence of Hyrule that one time during a partner showcase, which uses the Legend of Zelda IP. But for the most part, this is just third-party games, so don't expect any first-party games at this presentation. No Xenoblade, no Zelda, no Mario, and I think that's a little bit interesting to me, because that to me just shows that, like, what we got for Mario's 40th celebration, which I felt was a bit of a letdown. I know lots of people in the comments disagreed with me. That's fine. You're free to do that. I guess our standards are just a little bit different, but what we got with Mario's 40th is what we got. Like, there's not a one more thing to it. You know, it's pretty much the movie and a bunch of other stuff, smaller stuff kind of attached to it. And, you know, just to me, it was kind of like, it feels a little bit lackluster. I still think the 35th anniversary was a lot better. Obviously, Mario isn't the only 40th anniversary celebration. The Legend of Zelda is one, and many people were talking about Ocarina of Time 4K, and it's gonna finally be there. And well, no, it's clearly not gonna be there. Did you see? It is a partner showcase, meaning that there will be no Legend of Zelda. And, you know, people are kind of concerned because they're like, okay, well, what's coming out then? You know, what are the upcoming Switch 2 games from Nintendo? But if you look, they've talked about a lot of stuff. They've shown a lot of stuff. Now, whether or not that stuff resonates with you depends on the person. For me personally, a lot of this stuff, your Pocopias, your Animal Crossing updates, like, they don't interest me at all. But that's not necessarily something that's been completely new this generation for me, because, I mean, Metroid Prime 4 was fine. Kirby Air Riders, I didn't like that game. Drag X Drive, I didn't like that game. I'm not interested in the latest Pokemon game. So there's kind of been a lull for me playing my Switch 2 strictly for first party stuff. But I mean, there is some stuff, you know, Fire Emblem, we know that that's coming out. We know that the Mario golf game is coming out, part of the 40th celebration of Mario with that. And then you have the aforementioned Pokopia and stuff like that. I mean, maybe that Splatoon Raiders game is an early 2026 game. That's a first-party game. Obviously, you know, some of this is going to be quantity-based, and not every game is going to hit with every person. And honestly, man, this people are going to get mad about this. But honestly speaking, let Nintendo cook. I would rather them have these smaller projects for the first half of the year than have stuff that just does not interest me and doesn't feel like a fully fleshed out idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they need a little bit more time to show off some of their bigger titles, then so be it. You're still getting first-party games. Not every first-party game is going to be of interest to you. I mean, hell, that's like that for any system. I didn't turn on my PlayStation 5 for all of 2025 until that Gran Turismo stuff came out, and I didn't play it until January of 2026 because I didn't care about Ghost of Yotei. I didn't care about Sony's first-party offerings. It's just the way things are. I don't think it's inherently bad that not every game is a winner. Not every game is for you, and not every game is going to appeal to you. If they need additional time, give them additional time. It is what this is the new video game industry. Have you not been paying attention to how things go? The fact that you get multiple games a year from, first party games and studios is crazy. It's unheard of for platforms and stuff like that. Unless you buy up a bunch of companies like Xbox did. But, like I said, I'm okay with this. And really, I'm okay with this because I've been playing a lot of third-party games on my Switch too. I am actually enjoying third-party games on the Switch too. Tomorrow, I will have a video about a third-party game that just came out that honestly is blowing me away. I'm like, wow, this looks so good. This plays so well. I recently played Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I'm almost done with the main story of that, and then it'll be on to the Intergrade stuff. A great version of the game. I am excited for third-party games on the Switch 2 because they're a hell of a lot better than third-party games were on the Switch 1. But I want to see more variety. And, we had a partner showcase for the Switch 2 previously, and it was a lot of Japanese companies and a lot of the same companies that we had seen during the first Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. And obviously there's nothing wrong with Japanese companies or Japanese games. I enjoy those, but I also enjoy a variety. I want to see some Western stuff. I want to see some different studios involved in this. I want to see Microsoft. You think they're just coming with Indiana Jones? Or do you think they're coming with something else, too? Like, I think this is exciting from that standpoint. From seeing, what other games are there? What other companies are working on stuff? What other versions of games? Like, obviously, Metaphor is more than likely going to be there. People are saying Claire Obscure is going to be there. That was Game of the Year last year, pal. And that's great. But I want to see other stuff, too. And I think that's what makes it exciting because of the fact, at least for me, it's like, yes, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a PS5 Pro version of a game or something like that. But that's okay to me. That's fine as long as it is a competent version of a game. And you're seeing what developers are capable of on the Switch 2. Especially with the game that I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So the standards are being raised. You can't just half-ass shit like you could on the Switch 1. You didn't have really a barometer of like, well, what is this system truly capable of? It took a lot more time to see that. It took a lot more time for developers to really make like awesome third-party ports with stuff like, Alien Isolation or something like that. It was individual companies. But I think the standard level is much higher with the Switch 2. You're getting Requiem on day one, pal. That's a big deal. So, while this will be bad news to people who only play first-party Nintendo games, I'm cool with this. I'm excited. I feel like there's more mystery. There's more secrecy going on involved in this. And obviously, you're going to have your artsy-fartsy stuff. There'll be this, that, or the other, but like the sizzle reel, like what's in the sizzle reel? What more game? Are you going to show Dusk Bloods? Are you going to show Elden Ring, which, I mean, I don't really care about Elden Ring, to be honest with you. If it never came out, like, I would sleep exactly the same as I do sleeping currently. I don't think I'm going to check it out. Like, I don't know. It's a video because people are like, oh, you hated Elden Ring when you played it first. You know, maybe you'll like it now. But it's like, I know I'm not going to like it. So I don't know. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this partner showcase. What do you think about all of the boobs who jumped the gun and decided to make videos before the thing was even announced, or podcasts or stuff like that? Man, oh man, you got some egg on your face. It's all, who gives a shit though at the end of the day? It's like, people get so worked up about video games. It's fucking crazy, dude. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Yes, I have not been on camera recently. I wonder what's going on. Did something happen? Yes, it did, but I'm not going to tell you. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.